Alright guys, back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we figured out that the reason that, well, that fucking, Atme was convicted for their first crime is to make sure he secures an alibi. But, however, it does mean that we have to stop another trial. So, my sis, yeah, I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then, she's still alive, inside your heart. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. Yeah, we really were trying to make sure we have an acquittal. To make sure that Luke Atme wasn't gonna get off that guilty sentence in the first case empty-handed. Because we believe he was doing the murder instead. But, my theory still thinks that it's a double clone. I may be wrong, but my theory still really believes it's a double clone. Is it true that detective is the real killer? Be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Laura Lee Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Cain Ballard? We have no motive. Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I guess he's not wanting to answer that question. Need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Hear the return of Atme's voice again.
Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand.
We're back, bitches. Oh, well, how do you do, sir lawyer? I almost got myself a guilty sentence, but apparently I'm back here. I would have never thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when we would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. And of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask.
Indeed. It's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Mask. Well, of course.
Very well then, Luke Atme. Let's begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Cain Ballard was murdered. Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should ashamed him of himself. Answer the damn question. Now don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
Alright, Mr. Atme. The night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears.
Oh, as you wish, Sir Prosecutor. Okay. Alright, the alibi. The alibi. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. At the time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder.
It seems that the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up till now has been part of his plan. Has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you excuse me, I have a verdict to his scene. Hell no! Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Well, we are kind of in danger because we have no lives. We have 1 HP remaining. And if we get game over, then boom. So this photograph is the proof, correct?
Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I'm called Master Mask.
Conveniently, that also means that there's no way to tell who this really is.
What do you mean by that?
Objection!
Huh. Are you saying that this is not in fact Luke at me? That could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask to create an alibi?
No, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? That's what I'm thinking, but we need more pressing. If Luke Atme was KB security during the murder, and then Master Maskin's picture has to be a fake, then there really was an accomplice. But right now, I don't have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Basis objections are just what the guy wants. There's gotta be another way. I'm gonna find it. I'm thinking a clone, but we can't prove that just yet. We don't have enough people. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see, you truly are evil, aren't you? Evil is one I am.
Hey Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Dick Nappy was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while I was the only one watching it, he had no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd,
A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness.
Well, so by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct?
Indeed it is. The very thing that proves that I committed the crime.
Very thing that proves that you committed the crime. When you think about it, it really is odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
Objection!
It was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out to be no such thing as a perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody.
No. I think he would know the blind spots and would purposely take that photo. Looks like I better get more information for now. If he truly is scared, there's gotta be something phony in that photo.
And it's captured Master Mask at the same time as the murder.
No? About the camera that took this photograph.
Oh, come now, it's all clear what you're thinking.
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
58:43, it's like, yeah.
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed the picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see.
It looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Ballard at KB Security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either that Master Mask is in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Something is the photo sus, or do we have an accomplice? Do we have an accomplice? Okay, I'm literally thinking right now. The photograph is really a pain in the ass. But I think it has something to do with this, no? Wait! The box! Wait, why aren't there pink splotches on the box? I think there's something up with the box. Yeah, it has pink stains on it. There's no way. I think we... Fuck. I think the time at which the captured mass was the same time as the murdered. I think it has to be this, no? If I get this wrong, then fuck me. And I think I lose. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement now just related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please stick the facts over before making accusations. Ugh. Fuck, I gotta... Let me press everything then. Hold it! Damn, this is actually fucking hard. I guess... Now that we're restarting, we have to press literally everything. And we have no proof there was an accomplice. We need more evidence about that. Okay, let's press this. Yeah, okay, so you have to press this. And now you have to press statement 4. Just press statement 2 and 4. Okay. So... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save just in case again. Holy shit, this is actually harder than I thought. We have literally 0 life! What am I supposed to do? We can't even refresh our life bar. Okay, let's press the 3rd thing. I could have not killed King Ballard. Come on, thinking longer how about that night. Basement warehouse in this picture is supposed to captures it. It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? You bet there is! Are you implying that this picture is a fake? Okay, I think we could show off the box, no? You bet I am. There's something definitely strange about this picture. We took a long round look at the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. There's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory that night. Very well, then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph you find funny? The box, no? Take that! Perhaps this is the area in question. This area? Could you be any more vague? Oh my god. Huh. Today's job has a little extra kick to it. It seems that the funny part lies in the area of the defense. Motherfucker! Okay. So, let's try this again. I think it has to do with maybe the paint. Take that! The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. Oh, blood. Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. The peach colored at that, too. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on about his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Oh! It's gone. Well, Mr. Wright. What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The golden statue, no? The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size to cover up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there at the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on the night, then that statue should have been there. Objection! But when I went there in the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It will take more than an accidental push to move in that distance.
Huh. In that case, could you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Yeah.
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared for with your answer. Now then, who was the one who moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
Let's look at me now. Take that! The one who moved in it, a statue's not earned, didn't look at me. Well, come now, sir lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move such a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
Reason can be found in here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretended to be mask to mask. To create an alibi by showing where you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. The statue had been there, your lie would have been exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That's just why you had to exactly move the statue.
A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us.
It's where in this picture
does this lie?
Fuck. Is it the fucking box? It has to be the box. Maybe it's the time. It's probably the time, no? Take that! Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. 58. Oh, yeah! It's like almost 1 o'clock.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke at me went to KB Security and murdered Kane Ballard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to be in at Lady Taylor at this time.
Well, what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed beside the warehouse?
Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Oh! Look at me had decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. Wait, this picture was created in advance?
What the? It wasn't on the day of the crime?
Of course, the statue hadn't been brought down to the basement warehouse. Oh, so he forged that photo on purpose to create such a evident alibi. Okay, So on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Look at Me had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in this photo. Yeah.
Order, Mr. Atme, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What's that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera didn't go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by Lordly Taylor's staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone would allow you to tamper with the data. That is true. So he could have just made it up? Fuck.
Order, Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this?
Oh my god, is he gonna throw coffee again?
Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put the fucking coffee down before I handle a not guilty sentence. My 11th cup. I promise I drink no more than 17 during the trial, which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think I got it. He's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that statue was moving in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied.
Which is?
That is only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true.
What the fuck does that even mean? No way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Damask.
Yes.
If there's any funny business in your actions as Master Damask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Oh yes, please provide the court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
A sacred urn heist. I first received a request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in the box, Vonnie. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. And then I handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time on 1 a.m., October 12th. That's pretty much all the stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave.
Witness, are you sure there are no mistakes this time?
He could be lying again. Svani!
Very well then, Mr. Wright, you begin your cross-examination.
I gotta really think, because we still have one life and we can't even heal. Fucking A. Because one mistake could turn the case on its head on me, and it's gonna be fucking terrible for me. Alright. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, and it seemed that they have heard of my sparkling reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. Better watch out too, Maya. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn. She wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Huh, interesting new tidbit. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed. You may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. The security was focused entirely on the entrance on that warehouse. However, I look at me that let no new info whatsoever slip through my fingers. You mean this calling card? That's right, that is without a doubt my calling card. I guess Mr. Light didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would be a child's play for him. Fuck, I'm not getting anything out of this. Then no one entered the basement warehouse? Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken here, thus a period of approximately 5 days. People were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. And this photo proves that, huh? Indeed, but to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would be matter terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photo's a fake, Adme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken. That's true. You know, there's been a saying he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. Take a good look at the court record. Not a lot to go on, is there? Detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination, that he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Alright, then how do we do that? There's only one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it. Prove that he's lying. Christ, the box is the box is the most important part. Oh my god, I gotta really think. I gotta save the game again to make sure we don't fucking lose this trial. Because this trial is actually hard. Holy shit. Let's look at our court record right now. This is important right now. He made up his own camera data, including the photo, but we need to prove that he actually saw the urn. Repaired by Adrian Andrews. It replaced its box kept out of sight. I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I held the urn the first time 1 a.m. on October. Something is up right now. What do we present? Huh. Fucking A. I'm literally troubled right now. Let me see. What was the calling card? Purloin Price's works of art and creating this. Take care of the speckled urn, weren't you? What does that mean? Wait! Hold up! How do you know it's speckled urn? How do you know that? I think I'm gonna present something. I think he did know about the urn. I'm presenting this. He knew about it in his calling card, Mr. Atme, if you really are Master Mask. And you also wrote this calling card, correct? Well, of course.
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Oh, yes, that is true.
But so what does he knew? Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken from Lordly Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite.
The day of that sacred urn was taken to the warehouse. The urn was broken due to a human error, should I say a error-prone human. And that's when the pink got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever even took place at all. In fact, he saw it when this photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of murder no longer holds any water. So, the alibi means nothing now.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Alright, that did it. He's broken. But something's wrong. Nick, it's still a little early for victory pose, huh? So as something off his sleeve, there's still some unanswered questions.
Huh. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say?
What's the motive? We don't know the motive.
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was masked to mask, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being at a tad fickle? That's a good point.
No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Ballard? Then let me ask you this, why would he do that?
We don't... An excellent point. Got no motive. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive! Might you want to murder your murderous motive manifest? Does he have any connection to Cain Ballard? Nick, he's getting his second win.
You prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Ron Delight, as you say. He must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one who had any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in the murder case. Now then, may you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were?
I'd be honored to, sir, old-timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard info, this may be our only chance. Another testimony. Luke Atme had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Ballard decided to investigate mask to mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Ballard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Ballard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Ballard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is masked to mask. That's why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Ballard. Truly a tragedy. Fuck, we gotta figure out the motive.
So the victim, Cain Ballard, blackmailed the defendant? This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. Handwriting test confirms that Mr. Ballard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
Nani? Written by Ballard himself. Okay.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
So that updates. And who in the world is going to prove that?
I will.
Huh?
After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Cain Ballard, we were unable to find any links between them. That's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both involved in security? Nope. That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Fucking A. I didn't mean to... What do you mean by that? Oh, I was certain you already were. Spunny! He was scared. He has a lot of security on info on sorts of companies. And since I was security team chief, I stole data from the company. Cain Ballard had yet to forgive you, young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistaking believing he was the thief.
Here's a file that discovered Mr. Ballard's office. Evidence that Mr. Ballard was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Ballard the money, even though he wasn't actually masked to mask?
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Do you really think that story is going to hold up? The assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean?
I have a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight.
What the fuck? Memo?
Ronnie
thinks he's a master mess.
Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him.
I can't believe I had to make an impression.
Well, Mr. Trite.
Was he even trying to act like Mr. Delight just now? I thought he was pretty actually convincing. Now that's with just your imagination talking. Come now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning.
Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves?
It's a long story and better saved for another time.
Very well then, another time.
Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long, at least not in my experience. So you're going to try to connect Detective Abney to Mr. Ballard, right? Yeah, that's right. It won't require surgery either. In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail. That's true. Is that blackmail letter really intended for Ron? So we don't have enough info, you should press him for more testimony. Maybe I'll just shake him some contradictions loose that way. Maybe I have to press him again? Let me press everything all at once. Maybe we could press every single phrase again. Oh! Wait, there's... I can't stand here more long-winded story. I pulled him pressing further for now. That's fine. Continue your testimony. Oh, I was looking forward to long-winded stories. Okay, I think it's that one. Mistook. Mistook from the Old Norse mistaka meaning to take an error. That wasn't what I meant.
Who would the victim mistake Master to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I like to wipe that smug look off that guy's face. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Zvani, take a look at this newspaper.
Oh ho, that's the famous Tier Bemenon, the magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article, and Spotty, you got the wrong impression. Impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask.
I see.
How's unusual reasonable deduction? I gotta keep pressing. I gotta really keep pressing. 50,000. With the hand raised without the doubt of victims.
There's no mistake. We have official report to prove it. Well, I don't see an address C on this letter anywhere.
Address C?
This letter was discovered at Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there's no address C is irrelevant.
I wonder, what's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Whoa, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? What do you mean by that? I think we figured it out.
Here's a file discovered in Mr. Ballard's evidence that Mr. Ballard was receiving money through blackmail. However, this isn't a bit odd. Why did the defendant pay Mr. Ballard the money? Even though he wasn't actually Master Mask.
And at that point, there was an unfortunate bit of a chance. Ballard wrote the blackmail and sent it to Ron. I think it's this one. I'm gonna save the game. I think it has to be this one. This is an updated testimony. An updated testimony, obviously. And this is very sus. Fuck me, this is bad for me. Can we press some? Was the blackmail letter really sent to Ballard? If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM. October 12th and bring 50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day and red diamond? Something's up right now. Wait. Red diamond? What does that even mean? Is it the Tier of Emanon? Fuck. I think it has to be one of the things. I think it has to be the cane, maybe the caneless? Fuck! This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction that state here. Oh, exactly. Okay, we're reloading, reload! Okay, it's definitely not that. It has to be something here. I think it has to do with the fucking... Yep, it's a newspaper clipping. I had a really hard thought about this. It has to be one of the 3 evidences. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. Otherwise, I could have just kept reloading. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
The problem is that the jewel's color is not red.
Color? I'm not much for discussing colors myself.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. The blackmail letter said red. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
Which means, the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Mask stole at all.
Objection!
And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you are trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, is that what you're trying to say, Mr. Right, Nick? Yeah. Yes. This is actually Kimblar who... This is who Kimblar was actually blackmailing. He was blackmailing... Look at me.
Take that!
Naturally. It was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. Oh, that's a jewel? The thing around his... Okay. That red diamond ring! And that is the diamond referred to that in the letter. Which means Cain Ballard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Yeah.
Order in the court. Order as I say. It seems you've gone a bit too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that.
Cain Ballard blackmailing Luke at me? Are you for real?
Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Cain Ballard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep secret. So just what was that identity?
Luke Atme killed Cain Ballard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. Was the identity he wanted to keep secret. That's what it all comes down to, Nick. The identity that Luke Atme wanted to keep secret was his identity as... It has to be mask to mask, no? No? Maybe? These two sounds... A blackmailer. A blackmailer? Look at me was actually a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Cain Ballard was the one who was blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little bit odd. It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. Cain Ballard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Oh! It's a few days after the Tea-Ramadan heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans for some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron DeLite was actually Master Mask.
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and Mr. Light stole his targets for him. That someone was no other than Look at Me!
Shh! Silence!
We're silent right now.
Now I see. It's all becoming very clear.
What is?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions, am I wrong?
How did you...
You say that I, Look at Me, was blackmailing Ron DeLite? In which case, I would naturally know about his relation to Master Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron DeLite actually started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct?
Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly could have blackmailed him otherwise.
Fucking coffee.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Look at Me know that Ron DeLite was Master Mask?
I think it's the photo, no? It's the photo, no? It's the photo, no? He mentioned that the photo. Yeah. Because he mentioned that he hid his stuff in here.
I think I see it. See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. It gets into a lot of mischief trying to be at the center of attention.
What do you mean?
Take this newspaper clipping, for example. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLite in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
That's correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. That's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Mask was really Ron DeLite.
What the?
Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Not only that, he looks like he wasn't even an ace detective.
I can't believe it, he was just a slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud, trying to pass himself as an ace detective.
Why how dare you expose me like that?
Why, I mean, I never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and I'm also Master Mask.
Why can't you understand that?
I'm afraid you're neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why you?
How dare you get a bit full so you check my natural this real fools I said no you can put it right it's all good the screen beat it's enough to make one laugh. Oh my god, my fucking voice is killing me right there.
It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare for yourself for Mr. Atme.
Objection!
Fuck! Is there one more testimony?
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What the fuck?
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite as sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Look at Me was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right, that's why he was the one who killed Mr.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that, this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see a verdict can be delivered.
No way! Wait, we don't have any proof he was there?
Order, Nicole, Mr. Wright.
This is it. This is the final round. I gotta prove Mr. Atme was at the Warlord's office that night. Fuck, I gotta save the game. Do we have anything at all? But can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Trent. I want to hear your answer.
At night, Luke Atme was at KB security in the defense. I don't think we have any evidence that proved that he was there. No? There's no way we know he was there. No witnesses, too? Fucking Larry Butts had to be fucking outside. Fuck. Do we have any evidence? No, we don't. Fuck, we can't prove it. I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony...
Objection!
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trent.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean.
What? Huh? That's how that works?
Have you forgotten Luke Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder? I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No! No! It can't be a... Well now, sir lawyer, it proves that the love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective, as well as mask to mask, my verdict will verify that. Mrs. Ron Delight's will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order in the court! That's enough deliberation over this witness!
I can't believe this. This right, Ron is. Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence, and by then it'll be too late. Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Yeah! We can't do we cannot do another trial. Oh my god. Yeah, double jeopardy. Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. That is a fundamental rule of all courts. It applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. So Atme would be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means he'll be innocent for the murder of Cain Ballard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Ballard's murder.
Is there anything? There's nothing I can do to possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, we don't have any. We need more evidence! More evidence! The real killer Luke Atme will go free.
You'll have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. As long as there are no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
No, this can't be the way it ends. This is only the second case.
Then I hereby end the cross-examination for Luke Atme.
Objection? I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what you earn your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Phoenix, raise your head up high. I've forgotten what I used to tell you. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice, no way. Mia! Oh, she spawned just in time. Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia? This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more that we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. Testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Oh, yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Shortly after that last cross-examination, this witness has made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, ladies think love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective. Okay, oh. Mrs. Ron Light's will verified that he is the true murderer. I declare with the full force of my ace detective will.
Oh, yes, but these comments up here have no importance whatsoever.
Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing.
Well, so Lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods would do anything to me, look at...
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you...
Very well then, look at me.
At least he has some honor.
I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine the earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our last absolute chance. Yes, Chief. The last testimony. It is true that I was not at Lord Taylor. I had to leave to see about a letter inviting job requests. I had known about the date beforehand. I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was informing that the true culprit was Ron DeLange. And thanks to that keycard in Ron, it was abundantly clear that he was there. And it was also to make a deduction from the buzzer which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. DeLange was wearing his mask outfit, so of course why he left no plans. In the blackmail letter, the victim likely mistook the color of the jewel. Svani! Therefore, all the evidence points to that floor boy. That's a lot of statements. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
Witnesses' early remarks did not have to be hastily prepared. All of his points has been explained, none of them seem to be contradict anything.
But of course.
But, how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I cannot propose look at me trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a second, just one chance?
Ha! It seems that the party is about to begin.
Well, Phoenix, there isn't actually evidence that contradicts with that testimony. And so it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? Anyway, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Fuck, so I can't press? Fuck. So we can't press.
Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems like the time has come to an end this trial.
So we cannot present evidence or something? I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradiction remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
There's a lot of testimonies, not gonna lie. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna save the game. Fuck. Okay. This is the most important thing. We gotta press one statement. Ron Delight. Key card and wallet. Fuck, I can't present anything, but I only can look at evidence. The buzzer only sounded once. Button did not have any fingerprints. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it. Okay. Fuck. Victim likely mistook the color of the jewel. Fuck. What is it? Fuck, which statement can I press? Fuck, this is hard. Fuck, this is actually hard. He left no prints. Fuck. What do you mean by no prints? Fucking A, this is actually fucking harder than I thought. Victim would have left prints to be sounded, which means the killer sounded it. Sounded once. Fuck, which one is it? Fuck, which one is it? Fuck. I'm gonna press something. I don't know, which is it? I think it's this one. Why he left? There is something he left. He said he moved the body into the safe. And he did said he felt dazed. Maybe it's this. Mr. Atme, about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. Oh! He fucked up! That statement did fuck up. How did he know that he was in Master's outfit? How did he know that? We were discussing that during the trial. Only we knew it, but how did you know it? How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? So the light was wearing his Master's office, is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
Oh no, he can only have 17 coffee. When exactly did we learn about that fact? That Ron the Light was dressed as mask when he went to see the crime in the trial.
That was, it was a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up till now. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else about this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who know about this are those who've been watching this trial. And he wasn't watching this trial, he was at the other trial. Yeah. He fucked up. He got caught. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? That there is no way you should have known about that! And you were in the courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then, enlighten us. How did you know about that piece of info? Well...
Objection!
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
Oh, hell no! And it's those chances I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There's only one and only way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
Only one way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection!
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Light saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had seen Ron the Light as well.
Impossible.
Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the night of the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Ballard and assaulted Ron Delight, and that was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Is that an earthquake? What is going on? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. And here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
So that's it. One awfully complicated incident. Came below was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. Upon killing his blackmail, Luke Atme tried to defame Ron Delight. So my theory of a clone was wrong, I guess. And then he claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when he's making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me?
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of his murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict?
I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right, I'm so glad you understand, but I really am Master Mask!
Huh?
So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent for now, right? You said double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it, I'm careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was found innocent. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. For now?
Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty.
Wow! 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 I did it, boys! Yeah! Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I'm still the mask after all. Oh my god, what a fucking long-ass trial. Holy shit. Did it, Phoenix? Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh. I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Crane Chanley School? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. You see Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Oh then, see you around. Mia. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this has happened. Come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off of his master to boot. But, in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from Cave becoming Master Mask. I did all for one reason, for her. You mean for your wife, right, Desiree, right? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She has always said she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but I once got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had. She wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bone that can never be put back together! That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the things the way we were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can? I wish you would kind of check with me first. Mr. Light, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. What do I present here? Oh, is he just referencing the fucking urn? Fuck it. Take that! The secret urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. And that's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. There you are. Mr. Light. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Oh, come now. It's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? Wonderful man? Sure? After all, my bike's really fast, so that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Huh? Oh, I only hate people who act cowardly and, sneaky. Like that detective. Oh. I guess? I see. Why Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. True. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? Him? You mean that guy? I knew I was right before about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes. I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Gulp. I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mystic Meyer, congratulations. Yeah. Talk about bad timing, eh? Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya. No, you got it all. I'll never forgive you, never, ever. He's fucking dead, eh? Just as the game come to a close, so too did my consciousness. I bet it's gonna be funny when I watch the anime version. Ron said a broken boat can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that can be put back together even better than before. The Ami urn. Oh, that was a long case too, and this is only the fucking second case, by the way. And this is gonna be, the next case is gonna be fucking long, for sure. Recipe for turnabout. Alright, anyway, finally, after everything, we could finally save the game, and I guess that's all for this case, and I'll see you guys all next time.